you guys, today we're in Adopt Me and we're doing an exposing scammers video because I think this will really help you. So now this guy was selling me a giraffe for 500 Adopt Me bucks. A rideable giraffe. It's the one he's riding right now. So he was like, pay, I won't go first. He said it was filming me for YouTube, and I told him I was doing the same. So the conversation is in Spanish right now. And you know what's really funny? Look what happened next. He's like, pay here. He literally had told me that like 3 times. No, actually 5. And now I go up. I put my egg on the bag. He comes and like, pay now. But I don't just pay. And then I hatch a legendary. That means a giraffe. And he's like, what the heck? So now he wanted my giraffe. So I accepted the trade and he offered me a dragon, and I said like no, because I already have a dragon. But anyways, I didn't want to trade my giraffe. So he was like, show me. He was really also not nice. So I showed him. No, he wanted my dragon. No. So and I tell him like, weren't you going to give me a giraffe? And now he admits that he wasn't going to give me a giraffe. So I guess he wanted the giraffe and the dragon because he wanted me and pets, I guess. But anyways, this guy was scamming me. He was going to scam me. So here he keeps giving me things and offering me things for my dragon. Yeah, my dragon. So he keeps offering them, and I tell him that I have him, that I already have those things. So eventually I tell him that I won't be trading it, but yeah, here I'm like blaming him like what, like, and the girl right there is like really confused, but I think she understood afterwards. So then I just kept telling him so that he actually publicly admits that he was going to scam me, but he didn't want to. He was just like, I won't give you a giraffe, but just give it to me. Give me your dragon. Give me your dragon and your giraffe. And he was like offering me things, and I proved him I already have him, and he's like, lol. Not a nice scammer. So he's like, what for your dragon? And I say like, nothing. I'm not giving away my dragon, because you end up loving your pets. But anyways, I wasn't going to give my dragon if I already had twice, I wasn't going to. So then, something funny about him? Afterwards, he was making people pay to leave. So now, next scammer. No, this one was quite funny. Yeah. So this girl, when I enter, you'll see her. She said, well, she didn't say it actually. So she was selling a unicorn for 100 Adopt Me bags. So I wasn't believing that. So we just went to her to expose her. So at first he was like asking for donations, just 10 bags. So I was about to pay her, but then I decided to expose her. So I asked her if she sold a unicorn. And she said like, yes, 100 Adopt Me bags. She's going to say in a minute. She says like, pay and I'll give it to you. You know how she looks like, and she just like kind of tells that she's a scammer. And I know it, but not because of it, because it's because of the price of the unicorn, or whatever. So I'm like, please give it to me first. And no, yeah, I'm show it to me. Yeah, I'm like, show it to me. And then she literally makes the funniest excuses. She's like, I don't like taking him out. And I'm like, you don't like Then she says that there's people stealing the unicorns. Like, literally. And I tell her it's impossible because it's in your inventory. But she is first. She has it. But she doesn't. So that's not nice. Not nice at all. So this girl just keeps sending me trade requests. Alright, what am I doing? So now let's keep up with this scammer, Lupe. So there was she. She says that it's the quantity that she's asking is really low compared to the actual price. And that's kind of exposed her even more. So that wasn't a good excuse. If you're going to be a scammer, at least you must use a good excuse. But now that I'm telling you to be a scammer, don't be a scammer. This is horrible. So then I tell her, I just play her game and tell her, I'm giving you some space to take him out. And he started taking it out. So now, in the other one I just hatched a legendary. And that was super weird. But then I hatched a red panda, which is not that bad actually. It's kind of really rare. It's actually ultra rare. So then I tell her she's a scammer, and she tells that if I didn't pay, she would call the police. The police, literally. And she was telling me that I was a scammer. So I was very mad actually about that. So I just told her, don't scam. And I just left. Well, I actually first thought the girl was a witness, but then the girl left. But I just told her, I just filmed her, and that she shouldn't be a scammer. So I got a red panda, I got a giraffe. You shouldn't scam people. You should win things by yourself or something like that. You can working hard, it's better because you kind of feel a sense of accomplishment. So never scam. So then I just give her the message and leave. So this one actually scammed me. Yeah, so she said she was selling for 400 Adopt Me bags Donut's vehicle, Donut legendary vehicle. So I actually believed her. Because look, first she was a donut girl right there, but then she came and showed it to me, the vehicle, and I just saw it and it seemed pretty legit. And as I had just encountered someone that didn't even have, I just started assuming things. Well, not yet, because then I wouldn't. But then she said this. She said, like, you pay half of it, I pay half of it. And she said I had to go first. Yeah, but first she said, like, yeah, basically. So I paid her the money. And she left the game. Yeah. So I paid her and she left. The worst thing of this scammer is that she was a professional scammer. And she was actually acting nicely to get what she wanted. Those are professional scammers. And she was literally going from server to server scamming people. Because later she rejoined and sent another party invitation saying she was selling the same things she was selling actually. And I just went, but with different clothes. But it actually wasn't that useful. But I don't know if it was useful actually, because I just asked her when I came back. I just asked her like, "Hey, you sold me a donut legendary vehicle, and then you left the game." And she was like, "What? No, that's impossible." And she was like laughing, and there was a person right there who was just seeing everything and wasn't talking at all. So then she left the game for a second time. So yeah, totally scammer. So now you'll see her scam me. She was really nice, like laughing with me. So I trusted her because she was like, "Yeah, I'm a really nice person, blah blah blah." So I paid her the $200, and then she said like, accept the trade request, like if I wasn't accepting it. And then she left. Okay, so in this next one, I didn't got scammed, but I watched someone get scammed. So there was this girl that was selling this unicorn at $500, and so there were lots of people that wanted it. So I think that the guy that got scammed is the one that gets afterwards near to the cash machine or something like that. So that's just kind of fine. Yeah, I learned it there. So yeah, so there's a guy, I think, no, it's not Lynn, it's not one. It's not Liam. It's the one with the really long name and confusing. It's like HBB. Is that like? He was like, now send me a trade request. He wanted her to go first, but she didn't. So then he paid her 100, and then she was like, oh, you're missing money. Come on, pay me. So then he pays. And Liam, like the girl right there, is like, no, I wanted the unicorn. Oh, but then she was really lucky actually, because the guy got scammed. Because yeah, she left the game. Classic scammer. So now I'm going to tell you guys some tips so you don't get scammed. So here you have an example of a scammer. Well, not always they are scammers when they say this, but most times, you must be careful. Okay, so now to some tips. This is a friend of mine, so he's just going to help me. So yeah, his name is Mip. Yeah, good name. Yeah, really good name. So look, he's going to act like the seller, and I'm going to be like the buyer, and we're going to just see something. So first of all, if you see him like really anxious, like he wants the money, like give me the money, give it now. I'm trustable, and he's like blah blah blah. It will be all like really consecutive. He may have practice it. You must really doubt that. Doubt your seller. He might be evil and want to scam you. Now, another thing you can try is that you should always actually, technically, ask if the other person can go first. Because, sometimes they say no, but sometimes they may say yes. If they say yes, they're obviously not scammers, and if they say no, it doesn't definitely mean they're scammers. Another thing you must also take into account, ask them for the object, because sometimes they can have like a girl. So here also, if you see like really unbelievable prices, like a unicorn 100, you mustn't believe it. Guys, believe me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. The scammers will be in the description box below. Please subscribe and leave a like. I am Lemon Drop, and I hope I see you in my next video. Bye!